Alright, we're going to face the east. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, and double honors to the Elder Apostle GMS who grew well. Salute you brothers that's pushing this word and the truth and sincerity and strength by YAHAWASHI, right? And salute you brothers and sisters that's going in the spirit and trusting in YAHAWASHI. You know, salute y'all too. And we out here to prophesy the downfall of this wicked, destructive kingdom known as Babylon the Great. And we're going to get right into it, man. It's a lot been going on, but we're going to start off with this. I got this video we're going to start off with and see what we got here. Check this out.
For the news with Rick Sanchez, I'm Farron Franzek.
You know, most Americans, including two living presidents, are condemning the actions of protesters for attacking the U.S. Capitol. And while their criticism may be spot on, it's also worth noting that it may be somewhat inconsistent. Because some of those same presidents actually supported protesters in other countries when they did, well, kind of the same thing. Here's RT's Murad Gazdiev with what is, no doubt, an inconvenient truth.
These scenes are usually an act of desperation. Angry protesters and disenchanted voters storming parliaments and government compounds worldwide, from Bolivia to Kyrgyzstan. What America didn't expect was to find itself on that list.
This is how elections are disputed in a banana republic, not our democratic republic.
Banana republic. Usually an unstable country with a huge wealth gap and reliant on the export of limited resources. So how could this happen to America, a nation that exported regime change and revolution globally?
We salute the courage and strength of the Bolivian people who have protested against the government trying to steal an election.
The United States supports the courageous decision by Juan Guaido, the President of your National Assembly, to assert that body's constitutional powers, declare Maduro a usurper, and call for the establishment of a transitional government.
15 weeks, the protesters in Hong Kong have sent a strong, stirring message to the rest of the world about the claims of freedom and justice.
Turns out it's not so fun when it happens to you.
Today was a dark day in the history of the United States Capitol. Witness yesterday was not dissent, it was not disorder, it was not protest, it was chaos.
A shameful assault was made on our democracy.
It was an embarrassment, and all sides came out of this looking ugly. The right for storming America's, quote, temple of democracy. The left for pretending they're actually against violent protests despite months of riots and violent BLM demonstrations. An utter fiasco. This isn't the sort of thing that's supposed to happen in America.
This is Banana Republic that we're watching happen. This is what you expect to see in a banana republic.
Journalists were equally confused. A feeling of disbelief seemed to grip them.
It's surreal. I feel like I'm talking to a correspondent reporting from Bogota.
CNN quickly became the subject of ridicule online, as there haven't been attempts to storm the Colombian parliament in decades. Twitter also had a stellar moment, listing Juan Guaido, or Venezuela's self-proclaimed president, among the leaders who condemned what happened on Capitol Hill. Juan Guaido, who over the past few years has repeatedly attempted a violent seizure of power, attacks an army base, and even climbed over the parliament fence himself. What happened will stain America's record for good. This isn't something that you can just forget. The halls of Congress defy, and a terrible precedent set.
Yeah, so you see what you got right there? So we're gonna start off in Isaiah 19 in the first verse. Go ahead, bro.
All right, this is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 1. The burden of Egypt. Behold, YAHAWAH Yahawashi rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence.
So all these idols in America, because America known as spiritually Egypt, when you read Revelations 11 and 8, right? All these idols is going to be taken down and visited by YAHAWASHI. So all the things that you heathens worship, YAHAWASHI is going to visit them and destroy them, okay, in America. So your favorite idol, Caesar Borgia, okay, so-called Jesus that's up everywhere in the world, that Caesar Borgia, is going to be visited by YAHAWASHI. He's going to destroy that idol, okay? And when they say, God bless America, that's who they're leaning towards, is that idol blessing America, because the God of the Bible condemns America for all its wickedness. And he's showing you in the scriptures that it's going to visit America, aka Egypt, okay, and all its idols. Go ahead.
And the hearts of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it.
So the hearts, meaning the minds of Egypt, shall melt in the midst of it. Okay? When YAHAWASHI sent his son back to visit his place. Go ahead.
And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians.
So the Egyptians against the Egyptians. So what you seen on the 6th of January, that is a sign of the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Now, we know that Esau knew about that 2 weeks prior, so to speak, before that was going to even happen. Okay, the alphabet boys, okay, already knew about Antifa and the Proud Boys and Black Lives Matter, which are took over by Edomites now.
Okay.
You know, they'll mention Black Lives Matter like it's all so-called black people. But nah, it's Edomites that took over that. So Edomites in Antifa, Edomites in Black Lives Matter, and Edomites in the Proud Boys, right? So they were saying Antifa was the ones that went up in there, you know, in the Capitol. But we know that the Alphabet Boys knew about that. So they stood down and watched it play out. So what Esau did was with his technology, he was using face recognition, and he was practicing before the real thing. You know, that was like a live test run, so to speak. So all Esau was doing was studying everybody and using this technology, this face recognition, to see how good it works. Okay, doing that uproar of the people. Okay, they call it sedition. Nah, that ain't the real one. Okay, that ain't the real one. Okay, but we know according to prophecy that Isaiah 19 is going to come to pass, to where the Egyptians going to be against the Egyptians, all the way up from the regular citizens all the way up to the government. Okay, they're going to be against each other, okay, according to prophecy. But we know through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI that Esau was studying them people, man. And even though some of them people are getting charged for what they are doing and what they have done, Trump, before Trump can pardon them at any time. He got the authority to pardon everybody that got charged, so to speak, okay, for what they laying the charges on them for. He can pardon everybody, okay? He got that power, okay? And then you got Pence. You got, according to the news, they wanted to grab Pence, and they wanted to get Nancy Pelosi. Okay, they wanted to get both of them, but Trump said he's not going to attend the inauguration. Mike Pence, when you watch that video I just showed y'all, that's saying that in the beginning of it, or when you watch it, it's saying that Mike Pence is going to be in the place of Donald Trump during the inauguration, because Donald Trump said he ain't going. But generally, when another president is coming into office, both of the presidents ride in together to show the piece of transition, you know. But Donald Trump said he ain't even showing up, according to them. Okay, so everybody is separating themselves from Donald Trump, you know. That's the way they portraying on the news. But the division is there, and it's gonna get worse, man. It's gonna get worse according to prophecy, man. So read that for me again.
This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor.
So when it all boils down to it, these Edomites are going to eventually start fighting against themselves. Okay? What I mean by eventually fighting against themselves, what I mean by that is you ain't going to be able to tell them to stand down. Okay? See, Donald Trump was able to come on the news and tell them to stand down and leave and go home. It's going to come to a point to where they ain't going to stand down, man. Okay? You ain't going to be able to control it. That situation, the way they was acting, they was studying them people. Okay? So basically, in a nutshell, it was controlled because they were going to study the people. Okay. But it's going to come to a point to where they ain't going to be able to control it, man. Because the spirit of YAHAWASHI is going to allow them to go full throttle to where it's going to be out of control. Okay? To where they really going to be fighting amongst each other. Now, people got hurt because there was a live test run. And in a live test run, people get hurt. Right. Because you don't tell the lower level men that this is a live test run. You want to see how it really play out. Because these top elites know that it's going to be a sedition amongst the government. The real one, according to prophecy. So that was a live test run. Okay? So read that again for me, bro.
All right, this is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2.
Go ahead.
And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Verse 3. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof.
So it said the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. So the Most High is going to cause the spirit of America to be in a confused state, worse than what it is, man. And they going to try to go to them idols, them soothsayers, them wizards, and ain't no help. Ain't going to be no help there. Everybody's going to be in a confused state, man. It's going to get worse, man. Go ahead.
And I will destroy the counsel thereof.
See, I will destroy the counsel thereof. So they're going to be in this confused state. Okay? Go ahead.
And they shall seek to the idols.
And they shall seek to the idols. Okay? They're going to be praying to any and everything to try to get answers. And it ain't going to work. To get out of that confused state. And it ain't going to work, man. Okay? Because these nations on this earth outside of the true biblical Hebrew Israelites don't have a God. Okay? They don't have one, man. A living power. They don't have one. What they worship is things that's made up. Okay? That don't have no power, man. Okay? They just worship things that was made up in the ancient world and newly created that they imagine in their own mind and thinking it's got power. Okay? So the Most High allowed them to live their life in that strong delusion. But it's going to come a point to where the Most High is going to visit them idols and prove to the whole planet that them idols that you worship ain't nothing. And y'all going to be in that still in a confused state. It's not, them idols not going to help you. Okay? Go ahead.
And to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits.
Yeah, them wizards, man. Okay? Go ahead.
And to the wizards.
See? The witches, man. So Esau is going to continue tapping into the left-hand side, which that's where he dwells at, and trusting in the witchcraft and sorcery, but it's going to come a point to where that witchcraft and sorcery is going to fail him. Okay? It's not going to help him, man. So what you seen on the news, they're just signs of the time to where these Edomites are studying before the big one hit. Okay? Before the big sedition among men hit. Because I'm going to show you something. That's it on that. Alright, so we're going to get second Ezra to where it goes into the sedition among men. Okay? Now we're going to read that according to prophecy, because that's what these Edomites are calling it. You know? You got it, bro? It's in 15 and 16. Okay. So you can start at 15. Well, you can start at 14. Start at 14. Okay.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. Mm-hmm. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Woe means destruction. Go ahead.
For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh.
Go ahead.
And one people shall stand up to fight against another.
So that fighting, okay, according to prophecy, is going to happen in a major way. So people are going to fight amongst each other in a major way, man. Okay? It ain't going to cease, man. But what Esau is doing, he's studying that before YAHAWASHI allow it to kick off in a major way. That's all Esau doing. Go ahead.
And swords in their hands.
Which they had swords. Okay? Which is the modern day gun. So like I was explaining to you, you had Esau studying it, and then you had paid people, you had paid protesters, so to speak, out there influencing the other people to be reckless. You know? So Esau can study it like I'm explaining to you. Okay, it's a live test run, so to speak. Okay, but the major one is coming to where they not gonna be able to control it. Okay, go ahead.
So verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men.
For there shall be sedition amongst men. Go ahead.
And invading one another.
Go ahead.
They shall not regard their kings.
They shall not regard their kings. And Trump was able to come on the news and tell them to stand down. Okay? And a lot of these Edomites, okay, the average citizen Edomite is feeling like they losing their freedom, man. And they're looking at their kids and they're looking at their grandkids like, look, if we losing our freedom, our kids ain't got no future. Right. That's the way these Edomites are looking, you know, at the conditions of America and the government. They looking like, look, we losing our freedom, you know. And I had Edomites. The reason why I'm saying that because I had Edomites tell me that. Okay, I'm talking about the Joe Six-Pack. Right. Tell me that. Okay, I had them tell me that. So that's why I'm telling y'all. Go ahead, bro.
Nor princes and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
So when that prophecy right there come to pass, they ain't gonna be able to control it, man. Okay? So when they got them guns and them long rifles, okay, and that military hardware, the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Okay? So when the Most High put the spirit on Esau on the left-hand side to truly get down, ain't gonna be no holds barred, man. Okay, ain't no turning it back. And like I was saying in previous videos, in other videos, they gonna go after the reporters, they gonna go after government officials, ain't gonna be no holding them back, man. Okay, and then another thing that's Esau is they gotta beef up security. So military gonna be at the Capitol. Okay, they gotta beef up security, man, because they know the big one is coming, man. Or they know the big sedition is coming, man. Okay? And like I was saying, they watched and knew that was gonna take place, and the alphabet boys would sit there and watching them. And then on top of that, like I was saying, Trump can pardon everybody before he leaves office. Now, the people that's getting arrested, guess what they might become? Snitches. To lure in other people. Okay? Saying, look, y'all work for us now. To lure in other people, to be influencers on other people that they didn't get. Okay? So they can become rats. That's how Esau work, man. You know, that's how Esau work, man. So you gotta watch out for that. But what's beneficial for us, meaning the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, is to see that what you seen on the news is beneficial for us, because you see that America is changing and it's unstable. And that's what we want to see as a nation of people. America changing for the worse and it's unstable. So if it's changing for the worse and it's unstable, that means our deliverance is near. Okay? It's near. That means that YAHAWASHI is coming soon to get us out of this condition. Okay? Go ahead.
This is verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
A man shall desire to go in the city and shall not be able, man. That's what it's gonna be, man. Okay? It's gonna be live, man. It ain't gonna be no holding them Edomites back when they do it. And like I was explaining to y'all in previous videos, these Edomites is gonna start it first. And then Jake gonna get in there. Jake gonna get in there because they're gonna be looking at how the Edomites is doing it. Like you had some, like I give you example. You got so-called black people saying stand down, but it's gonna come a point to where Jake. You gotta understand these Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. The reason why we're in this condition, because they always wanted to do what the heathens was doing. Okay? So, understanding that these 2/3 idiots is going to be joined with Esau because they're going to be feeling like they left out of what's going on, a so-called history. So they're going to want to be a part of that, but they're going to get caught up and be destroyed, man. You know? Like Romans 13 tell you that Esau don't bear the sword in vain. It don't say Esau, but they are ruling right now. And they don't bear the sword in vain. Okay? They ruling. The Most High set them up. So if you try to overthrow his government, he don't bear the sword in vain. He gonna use it. And Jake gonna get caught right up in it, man. Okay? But what I wanted to do was I wanted to show y'all something else.